Happy Monday. Didn't do anything this weekend, so I didn't have a reason to check in. Up a little bit. It's been just over a week since the end of my big two-week attempt. And I've just been resting since the DNF on the cross Florida run, just because I had a lot to mentally and physically unpack. There was a lot that I had to decompress, and I think I'm in a better mental place now. Definitely a better physical place. My legs aren't sore, not stiff. My blisters are all healed up, mostly. Just some bruised pride is all that I've got left over. And these long endurance races are funny because at the end of a really tough race, if you did good, you tend to really forget about all those hard points and low spots, and you really just remember the good stuff, and it goes away like that. So at the end of the race, I'll think to myself, why did I ever do this? I'm never doing it again. And by 2 hours later or the next morning, I'm ready to go again. It was the greatest thing in the world. So they're kind of funny like that whenever things go well. But when things don't go well, it just sticks with you. And I just keep thinking about things I could have done differently, things I could have done better. Not crying, just got sweat in my eyes. Just think about all those what ifs. And at the moment, I knew I couldn't go any farther. But once that moment goes away, it's hard not to think about all those what ifs and think about, did I really have nothing left in the tank, and all that stuff that just tends to bother me every once in a while. But it's funny because the bad things go away if you have a good race, but when something goes wrong, it just sticks with you. And it's been sticking with me all week, and I haven't been sulking over it. I've been doing a lot of constructive thinking and planning and some positive affirmations. And it was an Icarus moment. I flew too close to the sun, and sometimes shit happens. But right now I'm doing I'm sorry about the glare. Let me see if I can fix this. A little better. What was I saying? Oh, right now I'm on a little 8-miler just to kind of loosen things up and shake things out because I didn't do anything last week. Come on, Garmin. And I've got a 50K this weekend. I'm going to Croom, which is a nice, fun little ultra. It's fun. I say it's fun because it's long enough to where it's like a 5 or 6 hour challenge, but it's not so long that it's just an all-day slog fest. It's just a fun race, and I'm happy to be doing it. And I'll be accompanied by the one and only Dr. Didi Kumar. The dynamic duo is going to be back again, so that's going to be fun to catch up and have someone to ask me a million questions while we're running for the entire 6 hours. So yeah, I'm doing that. That's the plan for this week. And then I don't really have anything endurance-wise until December. Over the summer, I've got a 3 triathlon series. They're little sprint triathlons. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with a race that only lasts about an hour and 20 minutes, but we'll see. Going back to some short stuff that's kind of fun. But I don't have any endurance stuff until December, the Daytona 100. I'm gonna probably keep signing up for it until I can finally break that 24-hour 100-mile mark. And even if I do, I'll probably keep going because it's a fun race. But the planning that I was talking about, I need to be smarter. I made the mistake of thinking that just because my muscles aren't sore and stiff a few days after an ultra doesn't mean they're recovered. And I had to learn that the hard way. So I still got these big plans, but I got to do it smart. And I got to get stronger. I got to get more limber. I got to make sure I'm recovering well and getting faster. Just because it's going to take that. It's going to take some extra efficiency and speed to get through these races with the goals that I have. But anyway, off on a tangent. The planning that I'm doing is that I have the Daytona 100 in December, and then that gives me, I'm going to sign up for the Cross Florida run again, just because I need that for myself. I need that redemption run, and I need to do it with fresh legs and a fresh mind, and I'm not going to do a double anvil beforehand, but I do want to volunteer there, so I'll be volunteering at the double anvil as long as it's not on the same weekend, because those are my people now. I love those people so much. I'm going to help out with that, and I'm not going to compete in it. So that gives me most of the summer and the fall and the winter to dedicate to nothing but ultra running. Nothing but running training. Might ride the bike and swim a little bit, but I don't need to. And that'll give me a very solid running base and plenty of time to recover from one race to the next, so I can do that Cross Florida run with a good solid attempt and do it the right way. And that'll be in March. And I think I've talked myself into trying a triple anvil next October in Virginia. That gives me 6 or 7 solid months to build along with the running that I built up and get better and faster at swimming. Because that's what it's going to take to get through the swim portion of that. Sorry if the noise is too loud. But I really want to try the triple. And I think I can do it. It's going to take some training, doing things the right way. But I think I'm going to sign up for it as soon as it's open, which won't be for a while because they still haven't even done this year's yet. So that's the plan. I've still got my big goals, big dreams, but I got to do it the right way. And this is me putting it out there to help me be accountable and to let everybody know what my plans are to help me be accountable. Because I have an ultimate dream of going to Greece and running in the Spartathlon and following in the footsteps of the great Philippides and all the people that have enough courage to attempt it and enough fortitude to finish it. I want to follow in those footsteps, and I'm not going to get there by swinging for the fences and taking myself out of the game like I did last weekend. So, which one thing I wanted to bring up, along with the physical things that I did wrong, just biting off more than I can chew, the more I thought about it, I also didn't have the right mindset. I was cocky. And one thing about these ultras and these triathlons is if you don't have the right mental state, if you don't have the right attitude, and if you don't have some humility, the course will eat you alive. You can't reason with the course, you can't change the course, and the course doesn't give a crap about you. And I was cocky. I thought I had it in the bag, especially when everybody else dropped out and I was the only one left. I was saying the words that I'm not going to quit, but I didn't have that attitude. I didn't have that killer instinct that I needed.
Lap 5, 14:07.
And I just didn't have that motivation going on in my head and that humility, especially when that wall finally did hit. I wasn't prepared. You've got to be expecting to hurt and expecting to hit a wall and expecting to get knocked down, and I just wasn't there. I thought I had it in the bag. I thought it was going to be a fun race, and I was just going to just coast on cruise control to the finish line. And the course knocked me on my ass, and it ate me alive. So I gotta make sure I keep that mental edge in these races and remember who's boss. The course. The course and the weather are the boss. We're just here to try to deal with it. So patience and humility is the name of the game now. And I'm gonna get back to running the last few miles of this 8-miler, just so I'm not wasting it all away talking and walking. And I'll be sure to check in and do a couple live videos this weekend with Dee Dee while we're running at Croom. And I'll talk to you then.